In this video, I'm going to go over our updates to both the ARC score and the progress score chart. So as you look at these, I have, several versions of both charts already built here, and they may look like what you would expect. But let's go through some of the differences and some of the updates we made to make these charts a little bit better. So before, in the previous version of the ARC score, what you would have here is you would have this visual, but you would see this 38,158 score. Now, that is the count, in this case, of incidents that I have, and 10,000 is the threshold. This previously wasn't there, so let's go into this. If you go into the data, and when you do the setup, you have to set a threshold. It's required for both of these chart types. And so what we didn't visualize before was the 10,000. So you would have this here, and it wasn't potentially clear exactly what you have. So in this case, what we have is we have 38,000 as the value of count. And then we can see that 10,000 was a threshold, so we are over by 28,100. In the second one, you can see we have a threshold of 40,000. So you can see we count up to 38,158, but then we have a little bit more to go before we hit our threshold of 40,000. Now, this over the threshold color and styling can be changed, and that's something that we also added. So if you go under style and you go to threshold styles, you can change the coloring here to whatever color you want to indicate that it's over the threshold. So for example, the progress score is set up very similar. I have this example here where over the threshold is red. Now, one other thing that we added, because as you're looking at this, you may want to see what the threshold is, but you may just want to see what the percentage of the threshold is. So, you don't want both numbers. You just want, what am I at as far as like my target? In this case, you can see that we're the same visual here. So 38,158 is 95% of the 40,000 target. Let's go over here. We'll go into style. And if I go into threshold styles, you can see that threshold percentage is one of the options here, so I'll turn that on. And you can see now that 38,158 is 382% of my 10% or 10,000 threshold. Again, all those settings are similar on the progress score, so we could go down here and do the same thing. We could turn that on, and you can see the same information. So again, some commonly used charts that we added a few features to make the output more illustrative of the message that you're trying to get across.